I just wanted to touch base upon a good idea for first firearm. For those that are looking to get into firearms or are familiar or have a history with them and just are utilizing YouTube to corroborate your decision, this is what I'm doing. This is a perfect video for that. In hindsight, my first gun was the Glock 19. The first handgun was the Glock 19. And in hindsight, I believe that the Glock 23 would have been the pinnacle of first guns, in that this gun not only is a 40 Smith & Wesson, basically the fuck trophy of a 45 and a 9mm, but the 23 facilitates aftermarket barrels, conversion barrels, that allow you to utilize the outstanding 350 SIG round as well as the inexpensive yet efficient 9mm round. So, with that being said, this is the 357 SIG barrel, and I mean, if you were to buy the Glock 32, which is the model for 357 SIG in the mid-size range, if you were to buy the Glock 32, you may not upgrade the barrel to having it extended and ported. You would just keep the stock barrel, because I mean, that's just, I don't know, it's what any reasonable person would do, I'd imagine, unless you're heavily into competition shooting. But starting with the Glock 23 platform and making this a supplemental decision, you're basically free to choose what kind of systems you want to add. So, being that I have the stock barrel for the 40 S&W, and I don't have to spend another, what, Glock Gen 4 goes for probably like $560, Gen 3s are like $499, so let's just say $500. So instead of spending another $500 on a primary 357 SIG platform, this is $125, I believe, on Amazon, and it's dropping, and I'm looking at it, and there's only a little service-induced rub, no material pushing, it's just metal on metal rub. So that's outstanding. I mean, you get a drop-in barrel, $125, and it saves you $400 and change. So, great option to have. And along with this, Lone Wolf, there's even Storm Lake makes 40 S&W to 9mm. And again, this is a price point plus, because this is such a popular round. You get manufacturers such as Herders, which I believe is subsidiary to Tool Ammo. Tool Ammo is a Russian surplus manufacturer. I mean, their prices are outstanding. You can't beat it. It's steel cased, yeah, but Glocks can eat anything. So being that these two are popular rounds, you will find manufacturers that make price point ammo. As far as the 357 SIG, that's not the case. As you can see, these fuckers are, this is the best price I found in this area when I do find this round. I probably have about 600 rounds of this right now, and I've been looking into reloading it, and I guess there's a way you could shape 40 S&W into it. So I mean, that's further down the pipeline. But I digress. This, being that it's not as popular as the 40 S&W or the 9mm, is going to be more expensive, but this is a great fucking round. I absolutely love it. For those of you who don't know, 357 SIG. It's got the distinctive 40 S&W shell, dropped down to about a 9mm projectile, and it's mimetic to the 357 Magnum, and that's pretty sweet because Desert Eagle is pretty much the only one that offers the ability to have a semi-automatic 357 Magnum pistol, whereas this now allows you to have a compact size firearm that allows you to have the same type of munition as a 357 revolver. And the Desert Eagle is probably 3 times more expensive than the Glock, let alone just buying a conversion barrel. So that's good to go. Alright, so conversion barrel, it's just plug and play. And as well as buying the conversion barrels, you're going to have to buy the magazines, which for Glocks are outstanding because, I mean, the 19, 23, and 32 all drop in ready. So you just have to buy new mags to correspond to the barrel. And the 357 SIG conversion, you can use your 40 S&W mags to facilitate feeding of the 357 SIG, which is good to go. But I found that that actually causes rounds to snag on the feed ramp at time. Not all the time, but enough to note. But I mean, I bought 3 Glock 32 mags, and then I have about 8 Glock 23 already. So I primarily use the dedicated Glock 32 mags for my defensive loads because I love carrying this, and then I use a Glock 23 round to feed the 357 SIG at the range or whatnot. Whether you're inclined to 357 SIG, if you haven't shot it yet, I highly recommend it. It is a fun and fucking comfortable round to shoot. I mean, that fucker, you could drive all day. Very fucking comfortable to shoot. And, or you could go to the larger calibers, but still staying with Glock, that's going to be the constant. So you could get the, I'm going to have a biased opinion, the Glock 30, which is the subcompact Glock. So it's going to be shorter barrel and less grip. And I got the SF, so that just changes the ergonomics of the grip. And the Glock 30, you could buy barrels from Storm Lake, as you can see in the other videos. From Storm Lake barrels from 45 ACP to 10mm conversion barrels, and you could also buy conversion barrels from 45 to 40, 45 to 357 SIG, 45 to 9, I believe. So if that's the way you want to go to facilitate all the calibers, I think that's good to go. I mean, you basically can buy one platform and then supplemental barrels and get what, 4 other systems for the cost of an additional 1 primary system. So for the cost of 2 Glocks, pretty much, you get 5 systems, which is outstanding. I think the most expensive conversion barrel I bought so far was a 45 to 10mm, and that was Storm Lake. And again, they're drop-in ready, just like the Lone Wolf, but yet they stipulate that they may need some kind of gunsmithing to work, to fit properly. So that's up to you. So again, we got, with the Glock 23, the ability to shoot 357 SIG, 40 S&W, and the 9mm. 40 S&W and 9 are going to be very easy to find This one at times not so much. This one all the time. I never had a problem finding it, and you'll be able to find it in manufacturing that allows it to be considerably cheaper than the 357 SIG. So that's pretty much it. So leave some comments. What do you think the best first gun would be? I'm kind of curious, compare and contrast. So thanks for watching.